Good morning, good evening. Welcome back to True to Christ Ministries. My name is Keith, and as always, our goal here on this channel is to learn how to be true to Christ in everything that we do, say, and teach. And today is part four. Sorry, still trying to get used to this camera setup. Part four of my Jesus Fulfilled What series, which is a verse by verse walkthrough of the Gospel of Matthew. And again, the Gospel of Matthew's emphasis is on how Jesus fulfilled Old Testament prophecy. And so, my point of doing this is pointing out as we go verse by verse through where Jesus fulfilled Old Testament prophecy. And so, as we get into today, we will be in Matthew chapter 2, verse 7, and we are going to be going through verse 12. And so that being said, I'm gonna do a quick read through what it says, and then we will get into it. So starting in verse 7, then Herod summoned the wise men secretly and ascertained from them what time the star had appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go search diligently for the child, and when you have found him, bring me word, that I may too come and worship him." After listening to the king, they went on their way. And behold, the star that they had seen when it rose went before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down and they worshipped him. Then, opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And being warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed to their own cities by another way. So, as we look at that, um, let me just double check. Okay. So we know from this account, and then um, that the Magi or Magi or whatever were wise men from the east, which would be most likely Persia or modern day Iran, which means that they traveled 8 to 900 miles to see Christ the child. Most likely, they knew the writings of the prophet Daniel, who in past time had been the chief of the court seers in Persia. Daniel in chapter 9, 24 through 27 includes a prophecy which gives a timeline of the birth of the Messiah. Also, the Magi may have been aware of the prophecy of Balaam from Numbers 24:17. And so I'm going to open the Numbers 24:17. It says, "I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star shall come out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. It shall crush the forehead of Moab and break down all the sons of Sheth." So, if these uh, magi were from Persia or modern day Iran, where Daniel was in captivity and then became a chief court seer, then they knew the prophecy given the date of the Messiah. Then, when they hear the date of the Messiah, and then the prophecy of the star coming to crush Moab, and it just points towards the Messiah through two obscure prophecies. And so that is the prophecies that I found that tie to this section. So that adds, let's see, we had one, two, three, four. I think that makes six prophecies that are fulfilled by Christ in the first 1.5 chapters of the book of Matthew. And I find that very encouraging. And um, I think that it's helpful for us to see this because oftentimes we're so far removed from the culture of the Jewish people that we just think Jesus is like the savior of us, but he was the savior to the Jews first. And so we see these things of the Jewish literature where it prophesies and it tells you of what the Messiah is going to be like, when he's going to come, what he's going to do and say, and how he's going to appear, when he's going to appear. It's just so beautiful to me. And it's honestly one of the strongest apologetics points for me is fulfilled prophecy. Because if a God was going to reveal himself to his creation, the best way I think would be through documented prophecy and how it's fulfilled. And so that was my part 4 of the Jesus Fulfilled What series. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys find this encouraging as we work through this book and we pick up these little nuggets of gold that are hidden in the Old Testament or laid away for us to find in the Old Testament. And as we grow and we learn to be true to Christ and everything that we do say and teach, that you guys are growing as well. And I just hope that you guys have a great day, and we will see you guys in the next video.